Hey, thanks for tuning in today. You know, dreamers often get a bad rap. They're seen as flighty, naive, and unrealistic in their view of the world. And they often get made fun of because, well, they believe in what others can't see. History has been filled with dreamers who are now heroes. People called the Wright brothers silly dreamers. Why? Because they believed that man could fly. But after years and years of many failed attempts, finally on December 17, 1903, near Kitty Hawk, North Carolina, they flew. They made 4 brief flights, the longest lasting 59 seconds, covering 852 feet. And the world of aeronautics was born. Do you know that the world has been filled with men and women who pursued a dream that everyone else said was impossible? One of the major stories in Genesis concerns a dreamer. His name was Joseph. As a teenager, he was made fun of by his brothers because of his dreams. They actually described him as that dreamer in a very derogatory way. They discounted his dreams, and they actually tried to kill his dream by killing him. But little did they know that his dream was going to result in their salvation and the salvation of the family line of Abraham, which would eventually become the nation of Israel. But the process from dream to reality in Joseph's life was a long and difficult road. He was sold into slavery by his brothers. He was falsely accused of rape by his master, Potiphar's wife. He was forgotten in prison by the king's cupbearer. Joseph went through 20 years of hell before he experienced the realization of his dream. But he experienced it, and his dream saved the family line. 70 family members came to live with him in Egypt to escape famine. And 400 years later, under the protection of Egypt, that 70 had grown to 2 million, and a nation was born. Last week, my wife Crystal and I experienced the realization of a lifelong dream, a dream that God had put in her heart when she was just a child, a dream that for many years was forgotten and then later deemed to be impossible, silly, and naive. But last week, we moved onto an 18-acre horse ranch that has everything she ever wanted. A beautiful 100-year-old fully restored farmhouse, 5 beautifully manicured pastures, a huge indoor riding arena, an outdoor riding arena, 14 beautiful heated stalls, a huge dairy barn, a huge heated pole barn, a pool, a pond, and a creek flowing through it all. It's been a dream realized. And today I just want to remind you that what Walt Disney said a long time ago is true. Dreams do come true. But to get them often requires us to wait a long time and walk through a lot of difficult times like Joseph did. I know that many times along the way, my wife never thought this dream was going to happen. There's been decades of waiting and decades of difficulties to navigate. But let me remind you of this all-important truth. God is faithful. He placed a dream inside of you, so don't give up on it. Keep pursuing your dream, no matter how impossible it may seem. Ephesians 3:20 tells us that God is able to do exceedingly abundantly above what we can think or imagine. So go for it, my friend, and be encouraged that God has not forgotten your dream, even if you have. Well, thanks for joining me today, and I hope to see you this Sunday in service. God bless and have a great day.